What's up, everybody, and welcome to Online Retail Academy, where our mission is to transform the average person into a dangerously skilled e-commerce professional. Today's topic is sales tax for online selling in 2020. First, let's hop into a little disclaimer. Online Retail Academy and its affiliates do not provide tax, legal, or accounting advice. This material has been prepared for informational purposes only and is not intended to provide and should not be relied on for tax, legal, or accounting advice. You should consult your own tax, legal, and accounting advisors before engaging in any transaction. So this is just what I do. I'm not telling you what to do. This is how I have my sales tax set up for my business. But I do recommend you consult with a CPA who specializes in online selling. What is sales tax? A sales tax is a consumption tax imposed by the government on the sale of goods and services. So if you think about going to the grocery store or the convenience store and you buy something worth $10, you go to the cash register and you pay $10.70. That 70 cents is because of a 7% sales tax from your state. Florida, for example, is 7%. Illinois, I believe, is 10%. So those sales taxes aren't going to the actual retailer. That money, that 70 cents, is going to that state's government. And it varies from state to state, the different rate. But that's essentially what sales tax is. So the old way, as an online seller, you usually only have one location, right? You're selling a lot of home-based businesses are from home. For example, I'm in Florida. My business is located in Florida, but I sell products all over the country. I sell products in California, Texas. So it used to be where I would only have to pay sales tax in the state where my business was physically present. So if I sold something on my website or off Amazon to another person in Florida, I would have to pay the 7%. But if, let's say, I sold something in Texas, I wouldn't have to collect any sales tax because my business wasn't present there physically. But now, in 2020, there was a Supreme Court case called South Dakota versus Wayfair. And the court held that states may charge tax on purchases made from out-of-state sellers, even if the seller does not have a physical presence in that taxing state. So what does this mean? It means that now it's up to the states to decide their own rules on how they collect sales tax from out-of-state sellers, basically online sellers. So it's not terrible. It's mostly affects the end consumer because they're the one paying the sales tax. But collecting it and remitting it to each state can be tricky and confusing, especially when you're selling tons of items in tons of different states, right? So the legislation does provide a safe harbor for smaller sellers. So a remote seller must make in-state sales exceeding 100,000 or make 200 or more separate sales transactions in the previous or current calendar year for the Nexus provision to apply. So you won't have to pay sales tax in other states that you're not present in unless you make in-state sales exceeding 100,000 or make 200 or more separate sales transactions in that state. So that usually, safeguards most online sellers, but if you're getting to be larger, you do say 100,000 plus in Florida or 100,000 plus in California, you're legally obliged to pay state sales tax on that. So you don't have to freak out. Amazon offers this marketplace tax collection service, and it's totally free to use. This means that Amazon will automatically collect and remit the sales tax for you. Currently, about 43 of the 50 states utilize the marketplace tax collection. So it's automatically collected by Amazon and remitted by Amazon. You have to do basically nothing. The states that aren't included in the MTC are Delaware, Florida, Kansas, Missouri, Montana, New Hampshire, and Oregon. That's right now in 2020. October of 2020. States are being added quicker, so this may change. Maybe 50 out of 50. Hopefully, then that'll make everything easier in the future. So let's say, like I said before, my business is in Florida, and in the previous slide that we said that sales tax isn't collected for businesses that are present in Florida. So I'm going to hop into a live demo now and show you exactly what you need to do if you're located in one of those states. So you're going to want to go to your tax settings in your Amazon seller account. This will pop up. We'll discuss marketplace, tax collection, what I talked about in the slides, and that states have been added rapidly. Just X out this. All right, and here we are. This is what the state tax settings tab looks like. As you can see, I'm in Florida here, and that's because this looks different here with the state registration tax number and all this custom tax rate, because I had to add this manually in. Now, if I scroll down, you can see all these states that are kind of highlighted gray. These are the ones that are in the MTC program. You can see all these here, all the way down, all the way up. And then you can go MTC only, and then see how Florida goes out. And then non-MTC, which is the one where you have to add. So if you're, say, in Florida, you would click Add States. You can scroll through here and select the states that you want to add. See, Florida's already added, but if I were a seller in Delaware, I'd click Delaware, and then click Add. And then this will pop up there, and you would enter your state tax registration number. Usually this is your resale certificate number, and then your tax rate. So this varies on state to state. You'll want to check with, just Google Delaware state sales tax and then enter it in here. Another thing you're going to want to do if you're a newer seller is scroll down to default products tax codes and make sure that it's on A_gen_tax. I don't know if this is defaulted to newer sellers. It wasn't when I was a newer seller, which was years back, but I would double check that. And then Amazon Tax Exemption Program. This is for, this just allows people who buy your products to not pay sales tax if they have the tax exempt form or certificate. So this pretty much wraps up sales tax, and if you need to pay it, how you get set up on Amazon. I know on eBay they have a similar program for marketplace programs where they collect and remit for you automatically. So that pretty much concludes this. If you have any questions, feel free to email us at info@online-retail-academy.com. I'm going to leave some links below about Nexus and the different thresholds for each state, along with some other interesting articles about the court case, which was the South Dakota versus Wayfair. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Take care, and we'll talk soon.